please describe the ANC and its policies?
The ANC is a South African institution of people that have led us to our democracy since 1912. And I think, I don't know if I'm audible enough. Okay. And I think people should think of it that way, that it's, yes, we contest elections, but the ANC is about transforming this society to a non-racial society, to a united society, and a prosperous society. We do this for South Africans, we do this for Africans, and we do this to create a better world. That's what the ANC initially unequivocally different from anybody else. We're not here to just win elections, we are here to transform society. When we talk about national democratic revolution, this is a revolution that was led by men and women since 1912. Tata Madiba Mandela is produced as a leader by the people of the ANC, by the movement of the ANC, to make sure that under the sun, black and white people live together. No white domination, no black domination. We as people live together in harmony. That's what the ANC is about.
Can you please describe the ANC's plans to grow and nurture South Africa's economy?
The ANC has developed a national development plan, which is an authentic document that illustrates the unique proposition that the ANC has put to South African people. It's a 30-year plan up to 2030 that all parties, almost all sensible parties, actually do agree with this document. That this is how we're going to be able to change the face of the rural society, how we're going to be able to change education, how we're going to develop jobs, how we're going to transform economy, how we're going to keep each and everyone safe in their homes, and how we're going to have a healthier citizenry. So the plan is there, National Development Plan. Even the other parties actually have liked this plan so much that they adopted the plan themselves, which is what people don't talk about, that these are authentic ideas, this is the work that the ANC has put forward, that everybody else keeps on nipping all the bad energies and all the mistakes that we go through as a movement. But the reality is this: we are the ones who have a plan for 2030. Nobody else has developed a plan until 2030 for the society.
What do you think the greatest problem facing everyday South Africans is as a party?
Our people are not in a level of unity as we'd like them to be. Our people still do not know each other well. There's still quite a lack of trust, which is, I think, personally, that is one of the key things that the party is working hard on, to creating social cohesion. When you have social cohesion, you have a platform or a space where people's ideas, doesn't matter where they come from, doesn't matter which party they come from, but they'll be able to put those ideas that can move South Africa forward. And I think that is the biggest challenge that we have as the movement.
Many people today believe the current ANC administration is corrupt, defeats the means of justice, and spends more time dealing with crises than governing. Why should we as South Africans still trust this administration?
People will always talk about this ANC. During Thabo Mbeki's time, they also said this ANC. During Mandela's time, they said this ANC. So that narrative we always aware of. And I think it's a narrative that is never going to go away, simply because people do not, as I said to you, they don't have the manifestos that we do have. They don't have a 20-30-year plan like the ANC has. So when you don't have anything to offer on the table, what do? You're always going to say, no, but this is not the same ANC. Okay. The movement is from 1912. Obviously, the people of 1912 are no longer here. The people of 1960 are no longer here. However, the aspirations and the policies directly from the Freedom Charter, which other parties now are supposed to know it better than us, are saying yes, this ANC. Again, the ANC provided us with a Freedom Charter, which our constitution is based on, which other parties again seems to think as if they were there. We are the ones that should be credited of penning down this constitution. It's not other parties that came yesterday who think they know the constitution. It's like you design something and someone come and think and tell you that no, I know it better. If you are here as this ANC, you're gonna mess the constitution. No, the same leaders of the ANC today were the same leaders who were the ANC when the constitution was drafted. The deputy president of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, is the one who was holding the pen, writing the constitution. So when you're saying to me that this ANC is not of the ANC of yesterday, how wrong can you be? The same person is not dead, he's alive. He's the deputy president of the ANC. He's the one who wrote the constitution. So that narrative, it's okay. Unless people come up with ideas.
What is the ANC's explanation for Nhlanhla?
I always knew that the end of it will always come. But I think, personally, I'll tell you, picture this. The president comes into office, it's 2009. He's as muhu as I am or you are in a new position. The president got robbed. For me, this is my personal thing. I don't think it's an ANC line. Think about it. Who in South Africa today spends 200 million on property and doesn't even get views? No great views at all. I think the president was robbed, and I think I hope when the investigation is done by the state securities of like what really went down, we'll be able to see and take to task all those civil servants that were involved in robbing the president actually.
If President Zuma is found liable for corruption in regards to Nhlanhla, what steps will the ANC take to punish or reprimand the administration?
The ANC has different levels. I'm the volunteer of the ANC. There is a whole NEC of the ANC for men and women elected across the breadth of our country that will have to come to such a decision. There's processes of disciplinary in the ANC that will obviously kick in. And after all those processes, then the ANC will correct itself. The ANC it doesn't shy away of correcting itself. Everyone said, hey, what went wrong with former President Thabo? What went wrong with former President Thabo? It was the ANC which discussed and saw the merits and the demerits of recalling the president. So if it has to come to that, the ANC will correct itself. It is not a president, it is not an ANC belonging to the president. It is a people's movement. And in a people's movement, there will always be different ideas, there will always be redress and correctness, and there will always be ways of making everybody in the interest of the ANC. I think President Zuma is number one in saying that he's not there because of he wants to be there. He was asked by the people of this country, was asked by the people in the movement to lead the movement. He leads at the heart of the people. He is a people's person, so the people will decide where to redeploy him if it needs to be that. But let's face it, as I said to you, I think the president was wrong.
How can the ANC justify a loss of jobs in every single province except the Western Cape?
All right. If you look at the proper stats, not the stats that you read from the Sunday Times, you will then realize that the Western Cape belongs into a world. In actual fact, when you look at the Global Sachs report, you will see that there were more jobs in the GDP of the best performing province is Gauteng, followed by Durban, and then the Western Cape. The Western Cape people are quoting not the period when the government they governed, they're only quoting a year where they governed. But the reality is this, the facts remain. When the ANC was leading the Western Cape, the GDP of the Western Cape was higher than Gauteng and Durban. And today, under the DA rule, the ANC's GDP, the DA of this, the GDP of this province is number 3. That's the reality. And unfortunately, people do not want to quote facts as facts. Read the Goldman Sachs report, then you will hear the actual facts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.